Valorant is Riot Games' brand new entry into the series of competitive online shows. One thing I'm going to be checking out today is whether it's any good, whether it stands up to it, and whether it's trading any blows of League of Legends at all, and where it is at this point in time in terms of like Twitch viewers, viewership, and in general, is it fun to play? So stay tuned and let's get right into it. Now, one thing just completely based off the trailer is that we could definitely see this turning into an Overwatch style game where we get a lot of lore behind characters, we get a lot of, these mini little episodes which make people want to play a character. One of the big things that Overwatch has going for it is that it isn't just a SWAT team or a terrorist team like CSGO does. It's all about that character's personal backstory that really does make you want to play it. I mean, everything aside in regards to who does the best damage, who does the best whatever, if you build a character up and give them a good story, people want to play it even if they might not be the best, because you can relate more to that character, and the story in general just, it speaks to you. They're cooler, they get more attention from the devs or whatever. That sort of stuff's cool. People like get a Tracer from Overwatch, which had a big massive story. People probably wouldn't really, play that character that much if that sort of stuff wasn't there. That's at least what I think. And what we've seen with Valorant, just based on that trailer alone, they're going to be going down that route where they build up backstories to every character, and just basically seeing that Phoenix gameplay, that Phoenix trailer, makes me want to play that character because damn, that guy is cool. Because I've just seen it. He isn't just a mock-up design that some design team like Riot Games has designed because they think, oh, whatever, this guy will be alright. Nope, this guy is going to get a story, he's going to get lore, he's going to have, he has a voice line now, he's got all this sort of stuff going for him. It's excellent. As far as I can tell, it's some form of Overwatch meets CSGO with a ton of abilities and all of this other stuff. Instead of buying things like smoke grenades and whatever else, you can buy a tablet which calls down a missile strike and creates a big smoke sphere type of deal, which is cool. It means that I don't need to practice smoke throws and stuff like that, which is nice. One thing on it is it doesn't really allow you to be skillful with the smokes, which is something that I like from CSGO. People creating cool smoke spot compilations were quite a big thing. Doesn't really exist in this game. In terms of guns and shooting and stuff like that, it is literally just a big rip from what CSGO does. You have your big op, you have your AK-47, you have your silenced MP5, you've got your revolver, which is actually your deagle. A lot of things do cross over. It is quite surprising how much is sort of borrowed from each game. I mean, that is what video games are all about. What game developers are here to do is to build games which take amazing concepts and then build further on that, which I think Valorant does really, really well. My only issue with the game was networking. Now, you'll see in the footage at the top right, it just constantly says high ping. The reason for that, I have no idea. I'm signed into EU. Everyone in the game is also at over 100 ping, so I have to assume it's not something to do with me, unless I'm logged into the wrong region or whatever, in which case that should be more easily accessible and should be more easily viewable. At the moment you can't see your region or whatever place you're logged into, because I know League of Legends, that has the whole EU, NA sort of regions that you can log into. This doesn't seem to have that, at least from what I've seen. I just booted up Valorant and it just logged me straight in. So yeah, that is an issue that needs to be solved, because every game you couldn't really aim, you couldn't really shoot anyone, it was just a spray because you're over 100 ping. And honestly, I have played games at over 100 ping, and I can usually still play them pretty fine. So when it gets to that 180, 160 mark, I would say it starts to fall over, but this seemed a lot worse for what it was at. I'm not entirely sure why that is. It was just pretty bad gameplay. Obviously they need to fix that. The map I was playing was called Bind. This is my first game playing it. Unfortunately, I did record half the footage in 540p because it was still stuck on the streaming settings, but hopefully you'll get the gist of it. There's nothing really to the map, I guess. It's just I felt it was a little bit too easy. you just sort of like spawn, you walk up to this sort of door, and then within 2 feet you're in front of the bomb site, and all you need to do is just plant the bomb, which is fine. It just makes defending it really hard, because the enemies are right there. The game does definitely seem to be a lot faster than CSGO. My teammates were practically useless. There was this person called Alice who just kept, the site just kept jumping around. I don't know if they had on like 8 aim bots and they were all conflicting with each other. That's what it sort of looked like. One thing I did notice was that I was with non-English speaking people, which is something that I've not really experienced in modern games. I mean, I know I do live in EU, but usually you get matched with people that speak the same language as you. You know, like games are sort of smart enough to detect what language you speak and then match you with people of that same language, because in a competitive game like this you can't get matched with people that are not English. I mean, in CSGO you will get matched with the odd Russian or the odd person from the Netherlands or whatever, but usually they do speak enough English to get by in the game. Or the Russian person just sits there and has their mic on 24/7 and just has their computer fan pointed at the mic. I'm sure we've all had experiences like that. Didn't have it in this game, so I guess that's a positive. I mean, that is the one thing that sort of rubs me the wrong way, is the sort of abilities. I know it's all about tactics and stuff like that, but the thing I like about CSGO is that it's all about you being in the sort of driving seat and whatever. Like, I was playing as this commander guy, I don't know what his name is, it's very forgettable. And what he had to like pull out a tablet to like put down smokes and stuff, and see, that just detaches from gameplay, you know. I like having the smoke grenade, I like throwing it, I like being in control of that. I don't like just putting a tablet and going, yeah, put a smoke here, put a smoke here, put a smoke here. It's all just very lazy. And then when it comes to the Molotov, you get a gun and you get to shoot that, which is cool. I don't know why they can't do that with the smokes. Then your ultimate abilities as well. I don't like ultimate abilities in games. I find them frustrating and annoying because it just feels like you get a free kill. So all it is, it's just a free kill. I mean, what's tactical about knowing the enemy is going to come out of that door and putting it down and getting 2 kills, and just that's just how it is, because you waited long enough and now you get a free kill button. It doesn't have any place in a competitive game at my point. And I know you can talk about Overwatch, but Overwatch competitively isn't really doing that well either. All in all, it isn't bad. The hype for this game has died down substantially. Like, I remember everyone was like camping and Twitch streams like 24/7 and trying to get a key for it, but nowadays it doesn't really seem to be popping up on my feed all that much. I mean, before it was just 24/7 Valorant. I guess the sort of subscriber dollars have just sort of left it, I guess. On Twitch, it does still have 63,000 views. CSGO is beating it. Minecraft, Fortnite, Call of Duty, League of Legends, Escape from Tarkov, and Just Chatting are all beating Valorant. So, to me, it doesn't really seem to be doing... I mean, it's still getting 63,000 views. Obviously, it's still doing well. Overall, here's my feedback. Improve the networking. Having games over 100 ping is quite unacceptable. The guns, the shooting, like, something just feels off. I don't know what it is, but like, maybe it's, again, it could be due to the networking, but whenever I was aiming at someone's head and I shot it, I felt as if there should have been a little bit more there. In terms of like, in CSGO, you know, you get the dink sound. I didn't hear that in this. I might just have missed it completely, but if that could come back, that'd be nice if they could bring that in. In terms of the abilities, I'm not a fan of how any of that works, so that's more of a core principle of the game design. You know, they want abilities done this way, they want ultimates and whatever else. That's fine. I'm not a fan of it. I think if you want to get more nitty gritty and down to actual skill, you would play something like CSGO. If you want to jump around and have a bunch of people flying about, then you play Valorant. There was one point in the map where I put down a smoke bomb thing, one of those smoke screens, and then someone like flew in over the top of it and like shot me. Now, I'm not really someone that is ready for anyone coming at any angle, whether it's like, if I throw smoke in a doorway, I expect someone to walk through the smoke, not fly over the smoke and then come in from the top. That's a little bit mental. I don't know how they did that. I think it was the one from Hong Kong. That character, she must have some sort of floaty ability. I did see ones which could like zoom around and like midair and stuff like that, so I guess I should just use something like that. Again, like, there's going to be certain abilities which are overpowered. This is why everyone has issues with World of Warcraft. I think these sorts of abilities in games are hard to balance. Like, if you're expecting someone to come in through the doorway and they come in as fast as a flash, then you can't really competitively engage with that person, because it's just that they've won the fight immediately because of how fast they're coming in. It isn't a fight with guns at that point. It's a fight with who kept their charge up, which I guess is still competitive. But when your character doesn't do that and you can't really do the same tactics against them, then it's a whole messy gamble. Like, that's why I'd just rather they just didn't exist. The buy menu though is pretty sweet. I do like the changes to that. You can definitely see which guns are popular and more recommended over stuff that isn't. The shields option is also very nice. You can have light shields or heavy shields. That's more simple than armour and head armour. I like that. The layout of it is very nice. The fact that you can get your abilities down the bottom is very nice, that you can buy them. All in all, that is pretty cool, and you can also like engage with your teammates through it. You can like ask for drops and stuff like that. That's really cool. I love to see stuff like that. Overall, finding a game wasn't too bad either. I clicked play a game and it was about 3 or 4 minutes before I found one. That's why I was quite worried about why the networking was so bad. If it took like 10 or 15 minutes and the game at the other end was quite laggy because they couldn't find anyone, then fair enough. But I still don't like that in games, so I don't know if they actually do that system. But I was hoping that they don't, because I don't really want to wait 10-15 minutes in a game and then it just comes out to be absolutely terrible because of the networking or whatever. It just feels that I'm just wasting my time a little bit. But yeah guys, that's it for the Valorant playthrough. I hope you've enjoyed this little dive into it. If you guys want me to keep playing it or check out some other stuff, or if I've said anything that's inaccurate, just please comment down below. Still learning the game, still finding out more things about it. I'll give it another couple of goes and see if my opinion changes, and if it does, I'll create a little follow-up video. But that has been me. This is SwitchedBit. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next one.